You know, for someone who can see into the future, Garnet does not have 20/20 vision. Welcome back to Crystal Clear on the Roundtable. I'm Oshrik Vox, and today we're going to talk about Garnet's flashback in the episode Your Mother and Mine. Now, for the most part, I really enjoyed this episode. It was nice seeing Garnet interact with the off-colors, Lars' reaction to all of Rose's escapades, being completely blown away, mostly because I think it was a low-key throwback to the episode Lars and the Cool Kids. Lars went from detesting Steven's mother and anything to do with her to absolutely praising her. I don't know, that was just really cool to me. Lars has come so far, but the grand set piece of this episode was Garnet recollecting to the off-colors the tale of Rose Quartz, about the Gem War, and how Rose Quartz brought down Pink Diamond, shattering her. And yeah, while it was cool finally getting some insight to Rose's past, there's just one little problem. Everything was wrong. Okay, maybe not everything, but a good chunk of that information really does not add up once you examine everything we already know about the series, about Pink Diamond. Yet, the off-colors ate it all up. Even if any of them served Pink Diamond, they clearly had little to no attachment to their diamond, and their fear towards Rose just stemmed from all the horrible rumors and myths they heard on Homeworld. Yet, just how heroic was Rose? This is an idea I want to explore in the next two Crystal Clears. I want to begin to really uncover what happened in the Gem War, because this flashback does not stand on its own two legs. And here's the thing, I'm not saying Garnet is lying. I don't think that's the case at all. And hey, considering Paparazzi's past vision is now being utilized to really read the room and even problem solve, such as Emerald missing her shot on purpose, Garnet making everyone uncomfortable, and Lars pressing the wrong button when trying to reboot the Sun Incinerator, I think there's a strong possibility if Garnet was lying, Paparazzi and her past vision would have picked up on that. So we can safely say Garnet does think everything she knows is the truth, how things really transpired. So, where did she mess up? Let's dive in. Now, immediately diving in, Garnet sprinkles a little backstory on the diamonds, their planetary conquest, and why Pink Diamond chose the Earth. But that reason may be inaccurate. Garnet claims it was just a part of their expansion across the galaxy. But, no disrespect to Garnet, she does not know the full extent of Pink Diamond's relationship with the other diamonds. She probably doesn't even know Pink Diamond had to beg and plead for her own colony. I don't think Garnet knew Pink Diamond personally at all. So for everyone who had their own theories about why Pink was given the Earth or selected the Earth, this doesn't really debunk it. It doesn't explain why she selected this particular planet at all. It could have been its resources. It could have been a gift by the other diamonds. It could have been sabotage. But just saying, well, the diamonds were expanding, so then Pink Diamond was like, oh, Earth, gimme. No, I don't think that's the whole story. Moving on, Garnet does speak a little on Rose working in the kindergarten among the other Quartz soldiers, and for the most part, I think this is valid. Assuming this information got fed to her by Rose, mixed in with her own assumptions, I'm not sure why Rose would misinform her of her duties. But then things get muddied once again. As word of Rose's curiosity spreads to Pink Diamond, we see Quartz soldiers informing Pink Diamond about what Rose is saying, the message she's been trying to spread, the questions she's been asking her fellow comrades. And Pink Diamond appears to be significantly larger than her Quartz soldiers, which is inaccurate as we know she's slightly defective and a lot smaller than the other diamonds. So for her to be this much larger than them just does not make any sense. You could argue that this flashback is from Steven's perspective. This is how he's interpreting everything. But if anything, that would get the story straight, as Stevonnie assumed Pink Diamond's form in their dream just an episode ago. So that justification does not work. This is Garnet's perspective and her interpretation of Pink Diamond. And according to Garnet's previous flashback in Gemcation, her and the rest of the Crystal Gems faced off against Pink Diamond at one point. So it's not as if they never met, and she's unaware of her true scale. This has to be how Garnet remembers her. But for one reason or another, it's wrong. The next scene of Pink Diamond summoning Rose Quartz has them at a similar scale. But as it's only visualized through the stylized shapes of the flashback, we aren't 100% sure. In this interpretation, Pink Diamond could still be much larger than Rose. Hell, even if this was the exact scale, it implies Pink Diamond is much taller than Rose Quartz, should she stand up from her throne. But Pink Diamond was barely taller than Stevonnie in the flashback. Who's shorter than Garnet? Who's shorter than Rose Quartz? So what gives? In this same scene, Garnet's impression and interpretation of Pink Diamond is completely off from what we were acquainted with in Jungle Moon.
Whoa, cool! He You have so many worlds and I don't even have one. It's not fair.
You wish to save these life forms at the expense of our own? Don't be absurd.
This could be due to Pink Diamond maturing, or putting on a facade in front of her court. But I'd argue Rose wouldn't recite word for word everything Pink Diamond said to her, nor would Garnet be present to know, as she did not exist at this point in time. Pink Diamond just doesn't seem like the type of gal to use absurd and insolence. Yellow would, maybe Blue, but Pink, I just don't see those words in her vocabulary. There's also the factor that Rose and Pink Diamond were discussing life on the planet, humans. Here, Pink Diamond disregards organic life entirely, but the entire existence of the human zoo and how its inhabitants live in there extremely contradicts this portrayal. Now, it is possible that this conversation led to Pink Diamond examining human beings, becoming just as fascinated with them, and then taking them captive, putting them in the zoo, but that's not the demeanor she gave off. Keep in mind, Garnet's feelings of the human zoo made it seem as if they were being treated pretty hostile. When her and Pearl were explaining the human zoo in the episode Adventures in Light Distortion, I was prepared to see Greg suffering, chained up, scared out of his mind, but the human zoo was the exact opposite. Now yes, they were forced there in captivity, that much was true, but it was a utopian paradise. They had their own nourishment, their own schedule. Greg didn't seem like he was suffering too much, and that kind of environment would not exist at the hands of the tyrant Garnet is portraying Pink Diamond to be. Keep in mind, from Garnet's perspective, the Diamonds are evil supervillains, not antagonists with their own arcs and characteristics and things that make them upset and things that make them happy. This portrayal of a sinister Pink Diamond doesn't add up, much like how she made Blue Diamond seem cold and ruthless in The Answer. Blue Diamond has traits of that, sure, but it's all charged by emotion. During the war, she was definitely upset and scared at the thought of losing Pink Diamond, so her reaction to Ruby and Sapphire refusing, ordering Ruby to be shattered, definitely seemed to be knee-jerk and a result of high emotions, as if they could not afford to fail. Not in this war, not when Pink Diamond's life was on the line. But to Garnet, she just saw one slip up and it was lights out. Next up, while it wasn't completely relevant to this iteration of the story, Garnet glossed over Pearl's own origins with Rose, which seems integral to the history of the Crystal Gems, as the earliest depiction of the Crystal Gems had Pearl at Rose's side. Well, I mean, except the shot right here, but perhaps Garnet just doesn't know the origins of Pearl and Rose's relationship. I just feel as if she did, she wouldn't say a Pearl who belonged to no one, as a Pearl who served a diamond serves a lot more compelling and inspiring to the off-colors. But admittedly, this is a weak point, as a Pearl who belonged to no one is very symbolic to Pearl and what she stands for. And now here comes the big one. According to Garnet, Rose simply shattered Pink Diamond with her sword, and that's all she wrote. But we know this is incorrect, due to Bismuth's explanation of Rose's sword and the recap promo stating the exact same. Moving on, if this flashback is accurate, the shards of Pink Diamond would still be with the Diamonds and likely on Homeworld. Now again, this could just be illustrated for dramatic effect, but for argument's sake, Steven's fear that Pink Diamond may still be out there would at the very least contradict that her shards are in Homeworld's keeping. And a lot of people did comment on my last episode of Crystal Clear that Pink Diamond shards still have sentience that they can still feel, like other gem shards. Thing is, with other gem shards, they have been likened to zombies. They're fractured. They do not contain the complete memories of an entire gem, since the data of a gem is stored in their gemstone, so if a gem sword's shattered, that data, and by extension the memories, would be fractured and scattered as well. The only thing in this flashback we can guarantee is 100% accurate is the diamond attack, as it isn't stylized with the rest of the flashback, and was an event Garnet was present to witness. This is the only thing we can take at face value, that we can't doubt Garnet on. And with that, the flashback came to an end. And yeah, much of it does not make sense. And that leads to a lot of questions that all begin with why? Why doesn't Garnet know the true story? Why does she remember Pink Diamond as someone much larger than she actually was? Why does she believe Rose shattered Pink Diamond with her sword? Again, I do not suspect for a second that Garnet is lying. In her eyes, all of this is nothing but straight facts. So who told her differently? Well, Nobody, because everything she states here seems to be in line with what Homeworld, Eyeball, and Jasper believe to be the truth as well. Eyeball also believes that Rose shattered Pink Diamond with her sword. We're not entirely sure if Jasper's under that impression as well, but it goes to show that something bigger is at play here. What? Or should I say, whom? That's for the next episode. But this is where I turn the conversation to you guys. What do you think? Was there anything else inaccurate that we missed? Or do you disagree? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet those thoughts directly to me at OstricVox or at The Roundtable on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Roundtable Vids. If you want to help us grow, consider becoming a member on Patreon. Get access to our avatars, scripts, for a higher tier we even shout your channel. And of course, you can get your name featured at the end of the video like all these beautiful, wonderful people. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please sort of like, share, and if you're new here, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications to stay in the loop with all things Steven. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. OstricVox, out.